गलती से हो गया, गलती से.
We'll start. Okay. Right now we are going to the subject. We have understood that one of the main ingredients for very good interpersonal skills is definitely trying to create happiness for each other. Adana, you will have to genuinely do it. I have an amazing interpersonal skills. My English is bad, my Kannada is bad, my language is bad, but still I can create happiness for each other. I don't know how many of you know this. There is one spiritual woman. They call her as Amma in Tamil Nadu. She doesn't know how to communicate. Means in terms of when it comes to, there are a lot of spiritual leaders who communicate and they actually become great spiritual leaders. Amazing in their communication skills. Swami Vivekananda, superb. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, superb. Sadhguru, superb. Sri Ravi Shankar ji, superb. This Amma, when we talk about, she has never gone into preaching. But her divinity of how she shares abundance, love towards each other, we consider she has amazing interpersonal skills. She has her own chain of medical colleges, chain of engineering colleges, chain of orphanages, chain of hospitals. It is an amazing. So interpersonal skills doesn't always mean that verbal communication skills. A person who is verbally not able to communicate is deaf and dumb. I can show you a lot of such entrepreneurs who are deaf and dumb, but still they are very great entrepreneurs and very successful people. So let us not put that line and tell I need to be a good verbal communicator in order to develop interpersonal skills. But if I am really a verbal communicator, God has given me a verbal communication skills, means I think you should not forego in becoming an expert in interpersonal skills. We will just look into some of the aspects. For first, what is interpersonal skills? We will understand the definition, what are the components of interpersonal skills, how to improve interpersonal skills. When I put it as a definition, interpersonal skills are those essential skills involved in dealing with and relating to people around us. It is always human resource. Okay. With other people largely on a one-to-one or a one-to-many basis. This is called as interpersonal skills. I have my colleague, both of us work in the same department. We sit next to each other, then it becomes a one-to-one communication. But I have 30 people who are working for me, who are my subordinates. They are actually in multiple branches all over India. They are not going to be on a one-to-one basis, but every time you are going to communicate with them on a video conferencing, it can be one-to-many there. Under them, if there are 30-40 people working for them, then 40 into 5, so many people will be under your influence. So it is a communication skills which can be one-to-one basis, it is one-to-many or one-to-too-many basis. A political leader, he has an amazing interpersonal skills. He cannot be on a one-to-one basis, he has to be on a one-to-many basis. So let us rephrase this. Interpersonal skills are those essential skills involved in dealing with and relating to other people largely on a one-to-one basis, on a one-to-many basis, on one-to-too-many basis, on a public speaking forum also. Modi ji is not personally influenced me by getting into a one-to-one interpersonal skills with me, but still I admire his character and most of us want to follow all his characters, all his principles, what he's been doing. So that way that becomes your interpersonal skills. When I again redefine interpersonal skills are defined as the ability to communicate or interact with one another whenever we talk about interaction. So in order to have a proper interpersonal skills, what are the principles that we will have to follow? We will look into that. Interpersonal skills are also sometimes referred to as, we give it different names. We call it as social skills, we call it as soft skills, we call it as people skills, we call it as emotional skills, we talk about say life skills, soft skills. We have given different names to it. Interpersonal skills are in different ways called in different terms. People skills, how good are you in people skills? Or socializing skills, how good you are in socializing with people. Only then people would like to be a part of you. In your department, your employees or your people will have to feel like you are a part of a family. That has to be bonded. So we call it as people skills, emotional skills, life skills, soft skills. All of this put together can be called as interpersonal skills, or interpersonal skills can be given different names. When I say all these skill sets, it's the same. So a good interpersonal skills are those with strong verbal or non-verbal communication. I took an example. There are people who cannot speak. They are deaf, but still they can have an excellent interpersonal skills. The physical presence itself can make a very big difference. That is, you need to be strong in verbal and also non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication could be your body language, the smile in your face, okay, the attitude that you express in your walking style, in your sitting style, in your addressing style, in your handshaking style. Because I'm deaf. Sorry, I'm dumb. I'm deaf also, I'll assume that. But still, other things if I can do amazingly beautiful, I can still have excellent interpersonal skills. But if you are strong in verbal communication also, you should see to it that you actually have a strong, polished communication skills. When I say verbal communication, they are often considered to be essential skills to be successful in life. What are the range of interpersonal skills? We will start understanding one by one and then we will go. As I told you, a good interpersonal skills is having very good listening skills also. God has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. It exactly means that use more of your ears, less of your mouth. Most of the time in conversation, what happens? Every subordinate or every colleague or every person working in your department, he will come across with a problem and he will have a solution to that also. See, if he has thought a problem, his mind would have thought a solution also. So he is expecting that you hear him out. Before you hearing him out, you give a solution which will be difficult to implement. Maybe he has a better solution. And when you give a solution, it will be your take that you will have to do. When he gives a solution, his take, I will do this and I will get a solution done. Always make the other person feel that it was his choice. That is the best interpersonal skills. When I say we need to have 2 hours of extra time to complete the project in another 15 days. Amazing interpersonal skills is a person who comes on to the addressing and he says, we have a difficulty, something like this. I know there are a lot of intelligent persons sitting here. I think we can give a solutions. I want all of you to give whatever the best solutions possible. We will write down the solutions in order and the best solutions we will take up. Is that okay? People will be happy because they are actually, I am giving importance to you. When you guys decide, few of you, one of you will stand, I think we can come early in the morning at 2 o'clock, 2 hours early. Then few of you will object. For everybody coming early may not be possible because they have important work to do at home also. For few of them coming late would be comfortable. Let us sort it down. How many would like to come early? We will have early working hours also. How many would like to come late? Like that one person gave an advice. I write that also. One more person says we could have Saturday, Sunday, which is a working, non-working day, holiday. We will make it as a working day. That advice also I will write. Now, in order to decide which one to select, listening skills. I want you to make that selection. I will only listen. Whatever I want it to be implemented, I can give little bit more importance. You can add up few value addition to all the points. Whichever you feel is the best, you can add up more value addition. I agree what morning 2 hours coming is also good. I agree with what evening 2 hours coming is also good. Instead, 50% of them in the morning, 50% of them in the evening, what my friend advised, I think that is more legitimate. We'll go for an open voting system. Whoever raises the hand for maximum, we will decide on that and everybody will follow that. Is that okay? Everybody is making a choice and you are saying it is okay because you agree to it. I did not make you agree. So your communication should be more of a listening skills. And yes, always remember, team is very important. In order to build a team, motivate a team and continue with a team, every team member should be given the same good importance. Then only the team can remain strong. You have a team inside a team, that is very dangerous. You have a few members who are very close to you, few others who are not so close to you, few of them who are against you. You treat them differently and treat them as 3 different teams. It's not going to work. You should make your entire team remember and follow that it is always a teamwork. How will you actually have a team? How will you coordinate with a team? Yes, for that you need to understand human principles. People are socializing only because they like few things and they get socialized. You don't want to be socialized with everybody. So you will have to create that element in you. As a working professional, you will have to create. What is that? We will see. As a team person, as an interpersonal skills, you should be a responsible holder. Team members also should be a responsibility holder. When I say I can give him a responsibility, everybody should feel that yes, he can take up that responsibility. Everybody should have the trust in him. For that, yes, responsibility is very important. You also, as a team lead, when you say, I think we can do the project and I think I can lead this project, even the team members should feel that you are capable and you are responsible. For that, you should have executed few works and you should have proved that you are responsible. Any person who is executing a particular project for the first time, he will be doubted because they have not seen his responsibility being executed. So there you will have to communicate strong enough with the team members telling your past experience. So then what happens, they will feel this guy is a responsible guy. Like I was supposed to give myself self-introduction, I did not. See, my name is Dr. Mallikarjuna. I am a MTech in computer science engineer. I ran my own software development and training company in Wilson Garden in the name of Diginet Online India Private Limited. I have been associated with NSTI, which was earlier in a different name, from past 15 years. I am a trainer, one of the resource person for them. I keep coming for their training programs. And I also work for Deccan Herald, a leading newspaper, where I actually am a part of their resource person. That is also from 17 plus years. So I've been training this personality development since 20 plus years. It has been my passion, and I'm also a yoga Reiki trainer. I involve this yoga Reiki in my training activities. So I've been given an honorable doctorate in the field of leadership skills and personality development and yoga training. I've done yoga level 4 training, and it is considered as an international training certification to become a trainer on an international forum. So we have done that. I am a part of this International Yoga Day for Bangalore City. This time also in Bangalore City, across South Bangalore, we had conducted International Yoga Day in at least 40 plus different locations. So this is my brief self-introduction. So in order to create a trust in the audience, I need to speak on these. Only then the audience will start trusting you. So you should know, as a communicator, how will you communicate with the audience and exhibit trust, and they should also exhibit trust. Then as a team we will always be together. When you look at the team formation also, most of the time when the team is formed, it is only coming together. That is the beginning of the team formation. Okay, being together is the next part of it. While you are trying to be together, that is when difference of opinions will start coming up. People not trusting each other will coming up. Then after that, when you actually stay for a little bit longer, then slowly the trust will start building up. Slowly each others will understand each other's responsibility, and then the team becomes stronger, and then executions will happen more powerfully. Results will start happening, and once the results are come, you will have to adjourn the team and a new team has to be formed. World Cup 2020, first World Cup, one kind of a team. Second World Cup, a different team is formed. Chandrayana 1 was one team with one leader. Chandrayana 2 was another team with another leader. Chandrayana 3 another team with another leader. But some of the team members can be repeated in this projects of all three. There are few who say I was a part of Chandrayana 1 also, 2 also, 3 also. There are few who say I was only a part of 1 and 2. There are few who say I am only a part of 2 and 3. There are few who say I was only a part of 1. I was only a part of 2. I was only a part of 3. Why? When you show that you are a responsible person and you have executed things perfectly and your vertical did not have any failure, that itself will show he is a responsible, he is a confident man. Let us keep him as a bowler. We will not change the bowler right now. Teammate, too many changes when you make, it will actually create a little bit of weakness in them. Okay, so it has to be understood where has to be a replacement done, only there a replacement has to be done. All these are your interpersonal skills. Okay, now dependability, responsibility and dependability. As a team member, can I depend on you? If I say tomorrow the session is starting at 9, can one of you come and keep the auditorium ready so that the first speaker who is going to come and is going to speak from 9 to 11? So it is a dependability. So I will not pick up all, I will only pick up a person whom I can depend. For the dependability, for me to actually feel, I should have watched you being responsible. Ravi always comes to office by 8:45. I think we can give him the responsibility. Ramesh always leaves by 9:45. I think he is a dependable person to be the last person to lock the office. We will make Ramesh do that activity. Like that, a responsibility will be assigned depending on the dependability and what kind of earlier experience and exposure you have shown for the team, that will be actually exhibited there. Like if you have watched this Dangal, again it's a dependability. He did not first feel trust that his daughters can win medals, but slowly after some training program he started feeling they are responsible, they are dependable. During the initial training stages he felt that they cannot be trusted, they cannot win matches. That is what he felt. He was in a, as a father, which is a true story, he at one point of time was so much broke down, he thought he will give up this and he will let her daughters get married and live a normal life. Why am I actually pressurizing them so much? So sometimes confidence needs to be built within ourselves also as a father. So because tomorrow we'll be talking about that and we again repeating these lines. So exhibit enormous leadership skills. Leadership skills is not you do, I will watch from the front. No, I will be the front person. Tomorrow the meeting is at 9, I will be there by 8:15 only. That is leadership skills. Being present much before everybody comes and being actually leaving the place after everybody leaves. That is the leadership skills. When everybody is working, I also take one responsibility and I also start working. That is leadership skills. And people follow more what they see than what they hear. That's the reason we say linguistic. If you yourself say, come on, let us clear off all the chairs, and you pick up 2-3 chairs and keep, the entire colleagues of yours or subordinates of yours, they will automatically do the rest of the chairs. So leadership skills is exhibiting more skill sets and making them see what you have exhibited, because people follow what they see more than what they hear or what they heard from you. Then you should be a good motivator. When you communicate, you should have motivational skills. You should be able to motivate them using a lot of examples, lot of stories. And you also, when you are addressing your teammates, you could use the same examples what I have used. You make them once practice happy morning, happy afternoon, make them communicate with each other with a lot of happiness. Let there be a happiness abundantly used in your department. The entire company should speak about, there is one department, I don't know which department it is, there everybody communicates so positively that they have never told good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It is always happy morning, happy afternoon. So this motivation is required. And you should also be self-motivated. If others say, if you are not feeling that this project can be done, you cannot exhibit outside the energy that this project can be done. So self-motivation is very important, and then motivating others would be relevant. So for that, yes, meditation is important, introspection is important, and dreaming, manifestation, writing Ho'oponopono. These are few activities that you could do in order to self-pep yourself. There is a concept of self-pepping. I am down for some reason. You like to make your subconscious remember that you have been successful multiple times in the same activities in the past. I need to tell my mind that, Malik, don't feel down. Today is not a new day that you are addressing students in NSTI. You have done it in the last week also, you have done it last year also, you have done it before that year also. There was no such session where you were not actually perfectly done. Yes, there were few hurdles, but most of the sessions have gone good. You can do this, you can make it much better than whatever was your past. This will be one of your best class. Self-pepping is required. And sometimes you will have to visualize as though it has happened perfectly. So for that, what we say, can you write affirmations in past tense as though it has happened? How will I write affirmation? Assuming today was my session, I write the affirmation early in the morning when I woke up, I wrote my affirmation. Today the session in NSTI on interpersonal skills went so good that all the participants clapped for me, and few of the participants wished me good luck because of my good classes, and few of them gave such positive feedback. I was so filled with joy. I am writing an affirmation as though it has happened. When I write an affirmation as though it has happened, God is committed to give you that. When will you say thank you? Already thank you antidane. And when you ask orally something, it is oral. Nobody remembers. Even in the law, in the court, they are going to ask, do you have anything in writing? God also, whatever they have asked in writing, first we will fulfill them. Afterwards, those who have asked orally, we will handle them. Because writing means it is a written commitment. So can you write this affirmations in past tense as though it has happened perfectly right? That way you will self-motivate yourself, and then you will be able to motivate others. You should be flexible. You cannot stand on one principle and stick to that because you have introduced that principle. Wholeheartedly, if somebody says coming in the evening will always be good, agree to it. Be flexible, agree to it. And sometimes also agree. Flexible does not mean breaking the elastic. You should not break the elastic. Within the limits, be flexible. So you should be flexible. If few of them say they would like to come in the afternoon, allow them to come in the afternoon. You tell them, okay, I think we can consider this. Rather than having a cutthroat rule, those who can come in the morning will fix up in the morning, those who come in the evening will fix up in the evening. But we will have a stern decision that how many of you should come in the morning, how many of you should come in the evening. Do you agree with that? Like that, I should be flexible. Some bosses will never flexible. The moment they say it has to be followed, that will never make them work from the heart. They will work from compulsion. There are two ways you can do work. When work is done by choice, you can see more positive results in them. When work is done by compulsion, you will see less positive happening out of that. So can you create an atmosphere where they should take it as a choice and they should complete the project? For that, flexibility is important. Patience is always important. Chandrayana 2 failed, so you give up on your life? No. Let us wait for one more chance, one more time. 500 attempt, the bulb broke immediately. I will do 501. That also broke immediately. I will do 502. That also broke. I will do 9,901 attempt. That also broke. I will do 9,999 attempt. You should have patience. A good interpersonal skills is have patience. Keep doing things and do things quite differently. You cannot have patience and do the same work in the same manner. That is stupidity. What I mean by that, you sit under an apple tree and expect mangoes fall, mangoes fall, mangoes fall. That is stupidity. You will have to change the ingredient. I put flour, I put a wheat, and I am expecting a wheat flour to come natural. The bulb, an experiment, it is actually burning. The same experiment doing multiple times. He used different ingredients, different steps, different techniques to see to it maybe that is going to give more stable. That is what I mean with patience, trying in different way. Go for a consultant. Why did it fail? Soft landing really did fail. Why did it fail? What is that we did not take care of? Can I have a consultant? Can we have an outside consultant? Let him just address our team, give us some solution. Listen to him also, and you decide which is the best solution. For the team members also, you can say the same. I know this team has been performing from past 2 years amazingly good. But somehow in this project, all of us have a doubt whether this particular project, in that sub-project, will be executable. We have a doubt. Yes or no? So we will do like this. I'll hire an external consultant. He will come and let him look from his perspective. That external consultant is a consultant who has executed the same project elsewhere very, very successfully. Let us listen from him. This patient and active smartness in taking decisions, that is also important. And being empathetical towards the team members is very, very important. Being empathy towards yourself also is very important. That doesn't mean that 24 hours you are going to work. You cannot give results. Have some empathy on your body also, your health also. Have some empathy on your subordinates also. Empathy could be even simple to simple things. Yesterday, for some reason, sir did not come. And when he came today, you knew that the reason that was given was his mom was not keeping well. The first thing when he comes, you should not look at the time, the login and log out, at least during this time, because you should have an empathy towards that his mother is not keeping well. So as soon as he comes, your way of communicating, how is your mother now? I think she's fine. Okay, please come have your seat. When I know that it is his mother's health problem, I should not actually get into principles. Leave it for that day. I know you're always on time, but because of your mother's situation, I excuse you. You can take a liberty of coming at your free will, but somehow you are being a part of the project. We are happy about that. Be empathetic. When somebody fails multiple times, be empathetical. It happens. You will have to fail multiple times to actually see success. Every time you fail, you demotivate him, you criticize him, you condemn him, it's not going to work. That's not a good interpersonal skills. And next, you should be a good conflict resolution maker. There is a small conflict. They say this is good, they say this is good. They say liquid fuel, this is good, they say liquid fuel, this is good. Try to understand, go into the facts. Conflict resolution is very important. Don't upfront reject anybody's advice. When you do that, next time they will stop advising. Maybe he had a solution to everything. Never upfront reject anybody's advice. Everybody is important. Everybody is a part of a team. Give importance to everybody. Be empathetical to everybody. Let everybody's idea come, and then you can select one of your best ideas that has got. Mediation skills. When there is a conflict, you should act as a neutral mediator. Just because you know somebody and your friends are there in a team, you cannot say we will agree to whatever that team says. The other team should not feel like he was biased because he knew two of the team members who are his family members. That should not happen. You should be a good decision maker. You should be a good mediation skills you should have. And you should have a nice, smart problem identification. There will always be conflicts. There will always be a problem. You should know how to identify the problem and handle the problem. That's all. So that is problem identification. After identifying, solving the problem also. Chandrayaan 2, I don't consider it as a failure. This was what the director and Narendra Modi told. But there were few lapses because of which it did not reach the final conclusion. Let us work. Let us understand the problem. Let us start solving the problem. It works. And there would be a conflict now because people would say we had suggested this had to be followed and we did not follow. We agree with that. But we will not get into conflicts. Past is past. But we will understand where we went wrong, what decision of ours actually led to this kind of a disaster. We will understand that. We will work on that. That is important. Problem solving. Group processes. Everything. Take the entire group into consideration. One person deciding, that is not a group process. Did we select the right technique with the entire group? Yes sir, we went for voting system. 90% of the votes, if they agree for one particular technique, then we will approve that technique, otherwise no. So we are considering a group. We are not making few people's decision. So when you need to do that, you need to communicate well to the audience. What are the three options available? Option 1, explain it properly. Option 2, do's and don'ts. Option 3, do's and don'ts. Then allow everybody to do the voting system. This is called as excellent interpersonal skills. Next, negotiation skills. Sometimes when something is not agreed, you should be able to negotiate and say, next time you shall be given a chance, we will take up this. If it is only turn based, somebody will have to go and switch on. There is no technology there. This time you will do from team A, next time with team B. That is called as neatly negotiation skills. No, this time also team A, next time also team A, next time also team A. No, this is not proper negotiation skills. You put them into. Now, who is going to do the first? Again, if there is a turbulence, I think most of you are feeling uncomfortable to decide which team member is going to start. We will do a small lottery system. I'll have 2 chits written, group A name, group B name, I'll put it. We'll lift a lottery. Anything comes, do you agree? Yes. Pick it up, make it. That is called as negotiation skills. You do this time, you will do this time. Few of you work in the morning, few of you work in the evening. Okay, few of you work on weekends. Like that, negotiation skills, and you should have a persuasion skills also. You should make them believe that I want to do that. That is persuasion. It should not be demanding and getting the work done. They should assume it is my work, it is my responsibility, and they should do. And emotional intelligence also. See, most of the time, problem will always be because of emotional turbulence. We also, when we see we cannot execute a particular project, we feel that emotionally disturbed because the last project was a failure. That emotional failure will always hit us and it will push us down. But after Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, all were emotionally in the right attire. Why? Because last project was successful. Like that, emotion plays a very important role. You should be knowing how to play with their emotions. So see to it their emotional intelligence is pepped up, lot of confidence has been built in order to play a new game with a new attire, with a new energy. Otherwise what happens, when I have lost my last match, the losing of a match will always sit in our head. That will become a baggage and it will never allow us to take up straight, strong decisions. That's the reason we say everybody cannot become a Captain Cool like MS Dhoni. Only MS Dhoni is capable of doing, because he has a beautiful way of handling emotion. Even when the match is lost at the last over, people emotionally burn out, they take the racket, they break. In sports, you have seen so many such emotional turbulence incidents that would have happened. Taking the racket, throwing somewhere, breaking the bat, okay, breaking the wickets, or abusing somebody, you did not bowl well. That is not emotional reaction, please mat karo. Because in the peak of happy emotions or in the peak of sorrow emotions, intelligence does not work. A good interpersonal skilled personality is, he will not take any decision in emotions. Allow the emotions to come down. Yes, you will have to do deep breathe in, breathe out, stay in a calm place where nobody is there. Sit there for 10 minutes, calm yourself down, and then come and take a decision. Because in a very highest positive emotion, very lowest negative emotions, only disaster happens. In negative emotions, that is anger, you will only create enough danger for you. And even in positive emotions, very high happiness, you will again create enough danger for you. To happiness, don't take any decision. To sorrow, don't take any decision. To happiness, why? Because you will not know what you are saying. You will say whatever you want. So sometimes when a grandchild is born, you look at the grandchild and you say, over the phone, because it's a video conferencing. I still remember this incident. There was my uncle who is a very rich man. They are worth around 30-40 crores right now also. They never had a daughter. For the first time, a granddaughter was born. His son is in US. He sees his son on a video conferencing. He looks at the new daughter at the video conferencing and he promises in front of everybody when the video conferencing is going on. Okay, ನನ್ನ granddaughter ಬರಲಿ, ತಲೆಯಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆವರೆಗೂ ಚೈನ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಹಾಕ್ಸ್ತೀನಿ. That is the commitment he had taken. ಅದು ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಚೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದಪ್ಪ. He was looking at a baby who was of this height because she was wrapped. He was thinking ishto. Now they come after 4.5 years because of some visa problem. They couldn't have come to India. Now after 4 years, she has grown so much. Now he has bought the chain and he has kept. I remember my uncle's promise. I told uncle, you remember your promise that when your granddaughter enters, you told you will give a gold top to bottom. Then he told, yes. Do you know what is her height now? How much? She's at least 3 feet now. So you will have to buy a 3 feet chain. So in the peak of emotions, don't do any such promises. It doesn't work. You are happy, but don't make promises. Even if I am taking Rama's father, the Dasharath, he promised his wife. In the peak of happiness, when his life was saved by his wife, he makes a promises. You ask anything you want, I am ready to give. He did not say that I will look, if it is feasible, I will definitely give. Ask for anything, 3. He did not say that. He told, ask for anything, I will give. And she says, when the right time comes, I will ask you. And she asks. that actually made him lose his life. His life was saved by the same wife, and the same wife takes his life when she asks that Rama should not be made the king and Rama should be sent for Vanavas. So you should be very, very good while you are handling emotional intelligence. And yes, when we say interpersonal skills, we spoke about verbal communication, the words that you use to communicate. Non-verbal, your body language, your dress code. When you are at office, work, actually wear a formal dress code. It can give you a new look altogether. Though others do not come formally dressed, you make it a point that your attire will always be formal, because 90% of your body is tucked with the clothes. If you wear proper formal dress code, it always speaks positive about you. So whenever we say influencing in interpersonal skills, we talk about 12 influences, we call it as. When a person you are meeting for the first time, when you see him at the distance of 12 feet, you create one impression. That entire impression what you create is looking at that person, and that person 90% is tucked with his clothes. So when I walked in, you looked at my clothes and you created an impression. Yes, sir looks to be formal. I think the class may be quite interesting. You create that. That is the first impression that sets. And when you come very close, at the distance of 12 inches, I actually look at a man one-to-one at a closer distance. At there, your facial expression becomes very important. First is your dress code, because the way you dress and your body language, how you walk, that. Second, when you are at a very closest distance, your facial expression. Keep your face bright, keep always, it should not look oily. If it is oily, use some powder, use some cream, keep it fresh, that's all. So that when a person looks at you, you should feel that positive vibes. That is the second influence. And the first 12 words that you utter, that can set an impression. So 12 impression we call it as. So non-verbal, you should be a good negotiator, persuasion skills, influencing skills, critical thinking. Critical thinking means in that moment, you will have to take decision right at that moment. That is called as critical thinking. Right now the project is executed. What? A bomb should be diffused. Whether to cut a red wire or a blue wire, decision, it's a critical decision. You will have to make there. You cannot take, I'll make a call to somebody. You have only 10 seconds. So critical thinking, it is a last over. Umpire will not wait for 10 minutes. The captain, cool, Dhoni has to come and he has to decide whether the ball has to be given to an experienced bowler who has always bowled and that person knows how he bowls, or should I surprise the batsman because he is tense with a new bowler whom he has never faced. It's a decision to take. But it was a completely different critical thinking decision I took. I gave the ball to the new person whom the batsman has never experienced. So the confidence of the batsman was low. He did not know what phase he is going to bowl. He did not know what good he is in. So every ball surprised him. He made some moves and he got out. And the match was won on our side. Sometimes be ready to take up critical thinking. At that moment, how you will have to execute the project. And sometimes it may fail. Please be ready to failure also. No, I'm not going to take chances. No, you should be. Critical thinking, problem solving, we have seen, decision making, assertiveness. In everything, you will have to show that assertive behavior. You cannot keep changing. If I have stuck to something, you should always be stuck to the same. You cannot change. Blue wire may stuck karo. If somebody has a valid point why yellow should be changed, you will have to change. And in communication also, there are three styles of communication. One is passive, second one is assertive communication, third one is aggressive communication. In a workplace, you cannot always be aggressive, you cannot always be passive. You are not always talking to kids so that you passively request and say, all of you please work. No, you are not a spiritual leader, come on time, 9 o'clock. No. Be a little assertive and be assertive. I do not want any one of us, including me, to be late for office. When I say the office is at 9, the office work should start at 9 and I should log in by 8:45. I want to religiously follow this and I want all of you to follow this. Do you have anything to say on this? I am very assertive. Everybody will say, no sir, what you're saying is right. We agree sir. All of you agree? Can we say yes from tomorrow? Yes. Make it assertive. Make it strongly assertive in their subconscious mind also. From tomorrow I don't want anybody to come at 9:30. No. Communicate in an assertive manner. Let their subconscious know and let it be me first. And then make it assertive that there is no excuse for anybody. All of us shall come before time and all of us shall complete the job and then go. My logout time is at 9. I will just log out. No. What if you are in an operation theatre? You give this example. What if you are in an operation theatre and the doctor comes and the operation starts? Operation was supposed to be completed in 2 hours, but the operation is getting extended for 1 more hour. Do you think the surgeon is going to say, my logout time is over, I'm only going to stay till 11 and now he logs off? No. All of us know. Login is very important. We will have to be before time. But logout depends on only the completion of the job. So let us make it very mandatory that I or you shall log off only after the work is completed. Is that clear? Let us have some excuses during certain empathetical situation. Somebody is not keeping well, somebody is hospitalized, you have a stomach ache, you have something which is not under your control. Such things will be considered, but same thing cannot be repeated again. Will be considered for rarest to rarest occasions, but not always. Be assertive in your communication, be assertive. Paper shall be thrown in the dustbin only. Be assertive about it. Restroom should be kept dry before use and it should be dry after your use also. Be assertive about that. How will I be assertive? Put big posters there. If you know somebody is wetting, big posters. If you know somebody is on a social media during the working hours, put a poster. Make it assertive that nobody will log into social media during the working hours. Am I clear? You will have to be very assertive. These also comes as interpersonal skills. And teamwork we have already discussed. Importance of interpersonal skills. It will help you to build your career. It will help you to expand your business. It will help you to work in a team. It will help you to work in a bigger and a larger team with new projects, bigger projects. It will make you develop your leadership skills. One day you were a project, actually team person. Next day you will be a team leader because consistently you are following interpersonal skills, and one day you will become a leader. A chai wala, when he consistently follows interpersonal skills, he becomes a Narendra Modi. A fisherman's son, when he follows consistent interpersonal skills, he becomes a scientist. So you also, when you consistently follow these interpersonal skills, it will one day help you to become a leader. Interpersonal skills are also leadership skills. You will be able to inspire others. By your words, by the nature of your working, you can influence others. If you are a smoker and you want to influence a person to stop smoking, it doesn't work. You should be first a follower. People follow what they see more than what they actually do. So your sales will improve, your profit, you will learn how to communicate with others in a positive manner. You will have a very good friendship with your colleagues. You will have an amazing relationship at home also, at workplace also, even at within your neighbors. And your mental well-being will be there. When happiness is there, consistent and constant in you, you will be the most happiest person. No disease will enter you. Only when you are miserable, when you are depressed, when you actually express stress, all the disease will start attacking you. When you are not stressed, you are always healthy, your mind is healthy. Because always remember, only an healthy body can have an healthy mind, vice versa. An healthy body can have an healthy mind, and an healthy mind can have an healthy body. So you will have to keep both healthy. When that is there, your personality, your mental well-being will definitely be there. So regular walking, regular yoga, regular meditation is must for all of you. Only then your interpersonal skills can be exhibited with lot of energy. Otherwise it cannot. To stand and address somebody, you need energy. You need that aura. Your aura cannot be down and you cannot address people for 10 minutes. People can know he's already become tired. Right now when you're looking at me, you know this guy can go non-stop for next 1 hour. We should say whether we are ready to give up our lunch and sit. Now the ball is in your court. In my court, you know he can go non-stop. So your energy level, your aura when you are leading a team, has to be this kind of an hour. I know my boss, he's going to stay back till 5:30 and he's going to definitely complete his job, and he will expect us also to complete the job. Let us complete the job. That way it helps you to have a mental well-being, and it helps you to overall develop your personality. A person who has worked in army, you need not say that he is a man of negative personality. Not at all possible. People who have worked in army, navy, air force, they will have such beautiful positive personality. You can see it even at their home. When you get into an house and everything is neatly put, neatly done, you will say, is the owner a military man? Huh? You feel like asking that. Because everywhere it is neatly done. There are labels. Chappals should be kept here. Socks. Okay, towels. Spray. Hand spray. Everything neatly placed. Then you say, military man. There is a discipline in him and he strongly follows that discipline. Everybody is looking at, sir, any military man here?
All are military.
All are military officers, huh? Okay. Means the discipline what you follow, hey, your dad, the tip top what he does, लगता है मिलिट्री में रहेगा यार, इतना स्ट्रिक्ट है, इतना डिसिप्लिन्ड है, कभी 4 बजे से आगे कभी उठा ही नहीं है. 4 बजे means 4 o'clock for them. For you, sir, 4 o'clock means 4:30 also will do, na sir? No. 4 o'clock means 4:30, how will it do? 4 o'clock means 4 o'clock only. So, when you are expressing interpersonal skills while you are communicating, maintain eye contact. See, I am looking into the eyes of everyone. Sometimes I walk through in order to take attention. I build that energy in you. Sometimes you should also walk into the place of your people who are working and sit next to them and tell them any difficulties. Let me do the job for you. When you are compassionate and when you go there and when you could show enough friendliness there, that is what people expect. There will be a lunch hour, there will not be a separate room for each other. Everybody will come to a common place, we will have lunch. Beauty. Ratan Tata always follows that. Infosys always has that discipline. So important, maintaining eye contact and talking to people and making them feel you are also important. Active listening, I have already told you. Giving time for everybody. When we have a meeting, everybody should be given equal time and allowed to speak and express their opinion. Non-verbal skills, whatever I told, your body language, your facial expression, your dress code, your walking style, your meeting style, handshaking style, everything is important. Don't do too much, don't do too less also. When I say eye contact, don't stare at somebody so that they feel offended. Wo bhi mat karo. You need to praise somebody, don't flatter them. You look at a very fat man and say, I think you are not fat. You need not do that. Instead of that, he's wearing a good clothes, you compliment the clothes. I think your dressing sense is too good. I really admire the way you dress. वो बोल के चुप हो जाओ. So people like appreciation. Do not hesitate to appreciate. One of the best interpersonal skills is you should know how to appreciate everyone because people crave for appreciation. That one simple appreciation can boost so much of energy. Otherwise people say, yene kelsa madidru ayappa, he never appreciates. Always he finds problem. No. Problems are not for you to find. Appreciations is for you as a leader to find and appreciate every one of them. And appreciation should happen in open doors, in an open platform, and any kind of a criticism or complaint, it should happen in closed doors. Most of us do reverse. You shout on the top of your voice against your colleague or subordinate in front of everybody. And when it is promotion, you call him personally and give him promotion letter. Don't do that. Promotion letter, give it in front of everybody. Guys, I just want to take this honor of giving a promotion letter to one of my good friend who has been working with us since 10 years. I would like all of you to come. A big round of applause. Yes, appreciation. And then you call him instead. Promotion is given, but I have few constraints. I know you can execute the project, but in the last project, the time frame was taken too long. You should do it in a lesser time frame, not in front of the team. You have done, appreciation over. Call him. I have given a bigger responsibility. A match jeet ke hi aana hai. Got it? Yes. I know last time we failed miserably. I know it, sir. I will make it up. Give him honest and sincere appreciation and criticism in a closed door. Do not stop from criticizing if something wrong has happened. But make him realize that this mistakes has happened, so let it not repeat. And encourage him also. I also strongly believe you can do good. So empathy, leverage recording technology. See, whenever you are communicating, you may not know how well you are communicating. use your audio phone, use your mobile to record, because nowadays the recording device is available. Whenever you have a gathering and you address the gathering, try to do a video recording also, nothing wrong. You can see it and make some corrections. How was my flow? Where was I good? Where was I not so good? Where I needed more examples? Was my body language right? Was my both the hands moving? All these, you can be a critic to yourself. If it is a board meeting, record the board meeting, go home and listen and see. Sometimes by over listening you will understand what exactly the person wanted to communicate, because you should be able to read between the lines. A good listener is the one who can read between the lines, who can read the emotions associated with the lines. Next day you can come. I think you were very emotional in expressing that you will not be comfortable coming on Saturday, Sunday. Can I know more about that? It makes him feel empathetic, and he will only give you a solution. No sir, I have looked for a solution now. I can come on Saturday, Sunday. He will happily come. Otherwise, he would have forcefully come. Sometimes go back, introspect, listen, reread what everybody has told, re-listen what everybody has told. I know it is a time constraint for you also, but if you can do that, you can bring enough miracles. So any kind of a communication skills, any kind of an addressing skills, any kind of a public addressing, practice it. Without practice, do not go. I also, before coming here, I practice and then come. That's the reason I am able to go with the flow. Without practice, if I come and one day I want to give a, it doesn't happen. On a daily basis, small addressing when you do, over a period of time, you can do a lengthy 1 hour or a 2 hour addressing. Practice makes man perfect. Practice it in all the pseudo environment possible. When nobody is there, you come to the same hall, close the door, assume people are sitting, and then do it. Whenever there is any program and you are supposed to anchor the entire office program, go one day before, do a rehearsal, see how you are able to call them on the dais, how you are able to make them be seated. Do that rehearsal. There is nothing wrong. 1, 2, 3 mock. Please take. Become perfect and then execute it perfectly. There is always a first impression. There is never a second first impression. So when you go on the program dais and there are a lot of people who are watching you, there you cannot set one more such example saying, you give me one more chance, I'll set an impression. No. Make all the practices on the previous day without audience, and next day when the audience and when your superiors are there, you should give the best show. That is very, very important. Now altogether, when I say interpersonal skills, yes, you should be very creative in getting ideas, like I told, allowing the audience to decide what they want rather than you dictating them. That is a creative way. Next, critical thinking. I have already given you. Communication skills. If you know you lack proper communication skills, you lack proper pronunciation skills, if you lack grammar, then please learn it, because a person who needs to dictate work, get work done, he needs to be good communicator. Today it's easy to learn communication skills. You will have to enroll for a communication skills program. Online programs are available, offline programs are available. Go attend, master the skill sets of communication, master the skill sets of using body language, and then you execute it. So communication plays a very important role. Whether it is written communication, like we say, hey, the mail what my boss sends, it's always a lesson for me. It has the work, it has some inspiration also. So you should be like that. Email etiquettes, the kind of email etiquettes what he follows is amazing. Your information should not just be taking information and dumping onto the audience. It should be transforming the information into the subconscious state. So communication plays very important role. It could be WhatsApp communication, email communication, or a video communication. Instead of addressing to everybody, you will have a common channel. You put a meeting call and it is a video conferencing. Let it be a complete video call for 1 minute. My respectful employees of TCS, colleagues, okay, my respective colleagues of Tata Consultancy Services, I am hereby inviting you for an emergency special meeting which is scheduled in the evening. I know all of you are targets to achieve, you have a busy schedule, but this meeting has to be attended because it is a very important meeting. This will be addressed, there will be an addressing by the senior CEO, so please do not miss. Thank you, love you all so much, wishing you most and more. Have a great work in office and meet you evening before 6 p.m. you see everybody will be assembled in the hall. So good communication is very important, very responsive, good communication. Problem solving, we have seen decision making, stress, emotion, self-awareness, empathy, creativeness. We have seen the same, it is a repeating. How to teach? See, the best way is, in order to make your team stronger, you will have to do a SWOT analysis. All of you would know what SWOT analysis is. SWOT stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. In a team, identify what are your strengths. In every individual, give him a SWOT analysis, taking him as an example, taking him into confidence. See, I am trying to tell you from my perspective what are your strengths, my perspective what are your weaknesses. I want you to work on your strengths, make it more stronger, work on your weaknesses so that it doesn't remain weakness forever. It can be changed into strength. So like that, you will have to encourage and you will have to teach this with every participant and create a strong team for you. So for that, teaching them interpersonal skills is also important. Only you are good communicator, it will not help. See to it your entire team becomes a good communicator. Encourage them in interaction with others. Help them to have good listening skills, just like I gave you examples. Teach them good conversation skills. Tone and create a tempo on volume. Tell them what kind of a tempo has to be created, what kind of a tone has to be used, where it has to be aggressive, where it has to be assertive, where it has to be passive. And even in your body language also, assertive body language, let it be, not too passive. Encourage questions. You as an individual, you should also be ready to ask them questions. Have you understood? Do you feel it different? Anybody has any suggestions? Allow them also to ask questions and get clarifying things. And compliment every small thing and compliment everything. Every small thing and everything. Do not leave any such opportunity to compliment. Even with your family members also. A good relationship within the family members comes when each other compliment each other for every good things. You go home and your wife as an housewife has prepared a good lunch or a dinner, compliment it. So thank you for this dinner, ma. Thank you so much. Instead of eating outside and spoiling my health, I am blessed to have a wife like you who cooks such good food. Compliment. If a son has done good, don't wait for first class to come and then compliment. Tell him, whatever you have scored, I am very happy for that. I would like to compliment. Congrats. Still, work hard so that next you can make it better than this. For this, I am very happy. I compliment you for this. Next, can you make it better? So, very important, compliment. And you should be a role model. Role model means you should act what you are doing. You cannot tell a lie and expect your children to learn from you. You cannot tell a lie and expect your subordinates to love about you. So for that, we use this simple example. See, this is a beautiful story. It was one such day where I had to go to my friend's house to pick him up on the way to office. So I went and my friend was busy doing something. It was a Saturday. He was helping his daughter solve some puzzle that was there in the newspaper, and she was handling the puzzle. As soon as I went, he realized that it's already late for office. Okay, so I went there, and as I was sitting, he knew I am a PD trainer. He wanted to influence me. So he was explaining his daughter about the puzzle, and he started explaining more sensibly, means because I was there, he knew that he has to set an impression, and he started explaining. While he was explaining, the daughter's eyesight went to that national anthem. It was just the next day of Republic Day, and there was this 4 lions national symbol. There at the bottom, it was written in Sanskrit and it was written in Hindi. The daughter very curiously asked, "Papa, what is this?" And my friend, in a strong words, he looked at me and he told, "Beti, it is written Satyameva Jayate." Then, "Papa, what is this Satyameva Jayate means?" Then he started explaining. "Beti, Satyameva Jayate means it is truth will always win and truth only shall win. Always be truthful." That actually means that. Then She says, Papa, that means you, me, all of us will always will have to be truthful. Yes. Being truthful should be our nature. This is what this symbol and this writing Satyameva Jayate says. That means ultimately Satya only will win. Truth only shall win. I had given him one example and he says, if lies is tying the lace, if truth is tying the lace to go out and lies has already travelled half of the world. Again I repeat, when truth is tying the lace to go out and lies has travelled half of the world, but when truth prevails, when truth comes out, lies shall simply die. So, Satyameva Jayate means only truth shall win. So, daughter, you should always be truthful. Right at that time, his mobile starts ringing. He knew it is my boss. I also knew it is my boss. Most of you keep dog barking as bosses because you feel that your boss always barks. All of us have that mentality. So, can I be not that boss so that when somebody calls me, they should not have kept that dog barking as my dial tone. Hey, this is my boss, because it is bow, 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 bow. That is the dial tone that you have kept. Immediately, because he is in that influence of explaining Satyameva Jayate, he immediately tells his wife, hey, please pick up the call. You know it is my boss. Now you tell him I am taking bath. Now he is explaining. Papa is saying, that daughter is saying, Papa. Then he says, I am telling you now, my little daughter, Satyameva Jayate means ultimately truth only will win. So do not lie for any reason. Never ever lie. I will not lie. See, Malik uncle, he will also not lie. And you should also not lie. Sometimes you lie, na, you eat 2 chocolates and you say 1 chocolate. Papa, in that also you should not tell a lie. No, you should not tell a lie anywhere. Then Papa, again the mobile rings. Now again he is getting angry, he is saying, how many times I should tell you, pick up the call and tell him that I am taking bath. Now, daughter is saying, Papa, yes ma, Papa, why are you telling a lie to him? You can as well say, you are explaining me Satyameva Jayate. That man's face becomes very, very small. So, to actually show that you are a leader, you should walk the path. बोलने के लिए लीडरशिप स्किल्स है, करने के लिए सिर्फ बाकी के लोग करेंगे. No, that is not leadership skills. Leadership skills means when nobody is watching, when the signal is red, I will stop. When everybody is watching, the signal is red, I will still stop. I will not change. For most of us, when the traffic man is not there and when the traffic is very less, red also means green, I go. No, that is not actually following the interpersonal skills, proper interpersonal skills. So you should learn and interpret non-verbal skills, listening skills, give time, show interest, empathizing, compensating, summarizing. To conclude, people with great interpersonal skills are generally more successful both professionally and personally than others. Regardless of what type of career, ability to work well with the colleagues and employer may make a good impression and result in positive career growth. This is the ultimate definition. There is one beautiful book on Dale Carnegie which says how to influence people and how to win people and influence people. So it is a golden roots how to win friends and influence people. If you happen to get time, please buy this book and then read Dale Carnegie's. It's an extract directly from the Chanakya's talkings only. Chanakya also has given amazing books on Rajaniti, on communication skills, on interpersonal skills. If you have time, you can go through. We will just go through few principles which you can adopt in your life. You would know most of them, but we will see. A good interpersonal skills person is the one who starts as a friendlier person. When you are talking to your juniors, when you are talking to your seniors, when you are talking to your colleagues, always start with a friendlier person. You should become friendlier person. Then only people will come within your comfort zone and you can keep actually working with them. Most of the time when we are not friendlier, people will distance themselves from us. That will always be harmful. Sometimes we say too much friendliness is too dangerous. That I agree. Friendlier does not mean you tell everything what your wife is telling to you. That also I am not saying. Be a friendlier person. Start with a friendlier attire. Start with an handshake, start with a greeting, become that friendlier person. Win people to your way of thinking. Only by starting in a friendlier way it is possible. If you start with an aggressive way, it will never be possible. Start with a friendlier, passive way only. From passive, go to assertive. From assertive, go to aggressive. Be a leader by following and acting and enacting whatever you say. You cannot be a leader by not following what you say. So that is important. Create an attitude of peace and happiness for your subordinates also, for you also. Let there not be any tussle. When something can be done with few soft words, try to handle with that few soft words rather than using aggressive words. So, become a friendlier person, and for that, one of the beautiful things that you can follow to become a friendlier person is don't criticize, condemn or complain. People will never become friendlier with you when you start condemning, criticizing or complaining everything what he does. Will that person come to you? No. Even your son will say, I don't want to go to Papa. Whenever I say I have done something, he will have some criticism or the other. He will always condemn whatever I have done is not worthy. He will always keep complaining, this is not how it has to be done. I don't want to share anything with him. Same thing will happen with your colleagues also. They will not feel you as a friendlier person. If you want to be a friendlier person, don't criticize, condemn or complain. But if you still have a suggestions to give it in a manner that is acceptable. Before condemning, appreciate 5 things and condemn 1 thing. Before criticizing, appreciate 5 things and condemn or criticize 1 thing. Before complaining, appreciate 10 things and complain on 2 things. It works. So do not always be in a friendlier person. Negative energy just creates more negative energy. When you start condemning, his mind turns negative and he will not be on a receiving end. He will never listen to you. Even with a calm alibi, assuming an housekeeping lady is coming every day sweeping, she will know that she is not lifting the dustbin and sweeping down. You request her, Amma, you are a very good cleaner. I always appreciate you, always come on time and you always clean. So sometimes I feel I have got such a good housekeeping ma'am. But I have one suggestion. You do everything, but just under the dustbin, I think you miss out or you forget to do it. If it can be done, I think you would be a perfect housekeeping lady. Beautiful. You say, how many times I should tell you that this lying there only, why don't you do it? Gone. In your presence she will do, when you go she will take the same and she will broom inside your chair. So, don't get into criticize, condemning, it will not work. A complaint-free world challenge you should take. And they should also feel, next time let Malik sir does not have any complaint. Otherwise what he says, whatever I do he will complain. I will as well go with 3 complaints already available. That attitude will develop. A complaint-free world challenge should be taken. A complaint-free workplace should be taken. A complaint-free customer attire has to be taken. I will be handling all the customers. I should not have any complaint from any of the customer. An hotel which follows a complaint-free customer handling can always grow in business, grow in quality and quantity. Complaint-free world. That has to be followed. So become a friendlier person. Always shake hands. Whenever you go and meet people, always shake hands. Start with a greeting. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening. Pay attention when being introduced. Look into the eyes. Look into the eyes while you are being you're handshaking, you're looking at somewhere, you're looking at some part of the body. That is also not good. Look into the eyes. It makes, stare directly into the eyes. That will do. And repeat the name, because name for every person is the most important sound. If you can remember more names, that means you are a good leader. You have 100 people working for you. If you can remember those 100 names, then you are an excellent leader. It is a skill set you will have to develop to actually get their names. To get their names, you will have to use their names multiple times, write their names in a small pocket book and memorize their names so that next time when you meet, address them by name. It can do a lot of difference. The moment the name is uttered by you, you go very close to his heart. That's very important. And whenever you meet people, when they introduce, my name is Ravi, and she introduced, my name is Radha, Use that name again and again. Mrs. Radha, it's nice talking to you. Mrs. Radha, your attire looks very good. What makes you come to our office? And then she addresses. Use that Radha again and again, so that the mind and the name gets registered. After she leaves, make a note of it. Today I met one Mr. Radha, so that whenever you have free time, browse through that, recollect the names. So next time when you meet her, you should be able to remember her by name. Some of the politicians, some of the CEOs, some of the MDs, some of the marketing managers, they are so good at names, they never forget names. Very important. Repeat it. Create a mind picture. How do I actually associate name? If somebody is very tall, assume he's like Amitabh Bachchan, associate Amitabh Bachchan to him and try to recollect his name. His name as a resemblance to any actor, associate that actor. If his name as a remembrance to any particular character, you associate that character and try to remember his name. Very important. Create that mind picture. Become a friend, be a good listener, encourage others to talk. Every time you talking is not actually advisable. God has given you 2 years. Become genuinely interested in other person, make him speak. Talk in terms of his interest. I understand your problem. I know your mother is not keeping well. When my mother was sick, I also know how much of difficulties and emotional turbulence I went through. Make him feel that I am really interested in him. But job is also important. You take care of your mother. Can you do something to this job also? At least come part-time. Something like that. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. You are important. If you don't come, I'll cut your salary. No, that will not work. You're important for this project. Please come. Your coming will help us be as a strong team, at least for 4 hours. Empathetically trying to speak. But what should we talk about? So like that, and ask him what is the difficulties. Maybe you will give him a solution. He will only come with a solution. And stop and allow him to talk. I think you are important, at least for a part-time. Immediately allow him to say. What do you say? Sir, I think I can come part-time. 4 hours should not be a problem. You will say complete Ramayana and then you will say, sir, I am telling you from that time I can come part-time. Then stop there only. Don't go on cutting. Over, na? When the mango has fallen, why will you shake again? Not required. It has fallen. But wait, Kabir, dekho whether it has fallen. Sometimes keep on throwing stones and that guy will say, only one mango is there. That also has fallen. Why are you throwing stones? Why? We are not good listener. We are not looking at his eyes and then talking. We have not understood what he has already agreed for. All this. So all this becomes very, very important. Win people to your way of thinking by making them take decision on their own. And they should say, it was my choice that I am going to come early. It should be made that way. The only way you can best, never get into an argument. No, if you say like that, it's not going to happen. You will have to come extra 2 hours. No, don't get into an argument. It will not work. I know it is a difficult time. I know it is a testing time. I know all of us have a family to take care. Our office and family are two equal responsibilities in your life. Just like a left and right eye. Both are important. Now we need that extra hours. Without an argument, never say you're wrong. I agree. What you say is right. Family and office both are equally important. Show respect to the other person's opinion. But what can be done? I know I am asking a wrong thing by asking you to come for extra hours. Admit it quickly, empathetically. But I am in an helpless state. They have already agreed that the delivery should be done. Get them say, then they will say, what sir is saying is also yes. Na? So that is win the people to your way of thinking. Okay? The only way, never get into an argument, never say you are wrong, admit whatever they say, take it, listen. They will only give you solution. You will have to be a good listener. All of you as a good husband, you should know when a wife advises, you should simply listen. And when a wife has any complaint, simply listen. Because you cannot give any solution. Simply listen. She will tell all the problem and she will say, now what are you planning to do? I am planning to do chicken only. She only gave a solution. She came, should I do chicken or should I do fish or should I do mutton? Anyway, your mother is coming. I am confused. If I do chicken, she will say, why not mutton? If I do mutton, she will say, why didn't you do chicken? If I do chicken and mutton, she will say, why didn't you had a fish? Now what should I do? She is asking you. But she is not asking you. She is only telling you. Don't give suggestions to her. If you give any suggestions, you will go under fire. Okay, just listen. After listening, now what do you feel you can do? I'll do fish and chicken only. Okay, I'll get fish and chicken. Simply go and check on fish and chicken. Don't ask unnecessary question then. Why not mutton? Then she will again give 1 hour lecture. And she will not prepare anything. She will say, we will prepare veg now. So, hello, most of the times your subordinates are like your wife. They come, they know the problem, they know the solution, so only they come and discuss the problem with you like that. Because they know the solution. They want you to simply listen them out. And when I say, when you're wrong, when you're not wrong also admit it. Best interpersonal skills. If you want your spouse to love you forever, do this. There are 3 kinds of husband. Remember, repeat this question. There are 3 kinds of husband. 3 times? 3 kinds of husband. 3 kinds of husband. 3 kinds of husband. Nanalla, repeat you 3 times.
3 times.
Avag nimge remember agutte. Maneli hogid takshana you will remember. I will be the 3rd husband. 1 good husband. Repeat. 1 good husband. 1 more very good husband. Second very good husband. 3rd God husband or angel husband. Okay, can you repeat? Good husband, very good husband, angel husband. Everybody, good husband, very good husband, angel husband. So, when you are handling your boss, when you are handling your subordinates, whoever is that entity, if you want to be a good spouse, good employee, good boss, good manager, or you want to be a very good boss, very good manager, very good colleague, very good friend, very good spouse, or you want to be an angel god, angel spouse, angel husband, angel marketing manager, angel CEO, there are very simple rules. Who is a good husband? A good husband is the one, when he knows it is his mistake, he goes and tells his wife, I'm sorry, my loving wife, I know it is my mistake. He is a good husband. Who is a very good husband? A very good husband is when he doesn't know whose mistake it is, whether it is his mistake or ours mistake, but still he goes and says, I think it is my mistake only. I'm sorry. Finished. A God husband is when he knows it is his colleague's mistake only. When he knows it is his mistake only. But if I get into an argument, I lose him for a lifetime. I want to win over him by falling, by becoming inferior. In future, I can become superior in his eyes. Trying to be superior today in his eyes, tomorrow I will fall inferior in his eyes. Most of us don't know this simple logic. Who is that angel husband who knows it is his mistake only? He goes up to him and says, I'm sorry. It was my mistake. A good leader is the one. Abdul Kalam, every time any kind of a project fails, he comes out on an audience and he says, I take complete responsibility of this. It was not his mistake at all. But he is a leader. A leader will always become angel husband. What will the leader be? Angel husband or God husband. If you want to be an angel husband, if you want to be a God husband, as Abdul Kalam told, as many leaders say, when you fail, admit it and take the complete responsibility. When you succeed, give the credit to the team. When you fail, you own it. So, every time anything fails, I'm telling, I did not say when anything passes. If you are a good husband, a very good husband or a God husband, even when appreciation has to come, I know everything, who did I don't know, it was completely a team. Say your wife only did and say everything is good because of you. You don't know whether it was my contribution or her contribution. My son is in his 3rd year IIT, he is a topper in Kharagpur. I always go up to my wife and say, I know it is because of you only my son is there. Give the credit to her. And when I know it was my choice that I decided this college he has to go, and that choice of his made him actually get the seat and get through this IIT, I very strongly know. But still I will go up to her and I will say, all the credit we should go to you. Today if he is in 4th year of IIT Kharagpur as a topper, it is only because of you. You will win over her. Otherwise, tu mai will start. Who is to take to the school to him every day? Me. then how is your responsibility? I am responsible. If you say, she will also say something, she will also say something. If you get into an argument, you will lose the person. Never get into an argument. In appreciation also, be that good husband, God husband. In criticizing also, be that God husband. When criticizing has to come, put it on your laps. You know it is your mistake, admit it, beautiful. You know it is the other person's mistake, admit it, that is much more beautiful. When you don't know whose mistake it is, you still actually admit it. So who is a good husband? When he knows it is his mistake, he admits it. Who is a very good husband? When he doesn't know whose mistake, when he admits it, he is called as very good husband. Who is a God husband? When he knows it is the opposition person's mistake, but still he says, I think it is my mistake, I'm sorry for that, it works. That doesn't mean that you will have to become a doormat. You will have to put a line. Okay? Don't be a doormat. Guys, my God, in another 5 minutes. I'll be sharing this PPT with you. And always whenever you're talking, begin with the praise and honest appreciation. People crave for appreciation. When you go and meet a person, acknowledge and praise something. I think your dress is looking good. Today your smile is looking amazing. Yeah, let us come to the point. My name is Dr. Mallikarjuna. I have come here to actually give a presentation. I have an appointment with you. Yes. Always begin with a praise and honest appreciation. Let it not be a flattering appreciation. You can't go to a Rajini sir and say, "Meeru romba bellagidira." You can't say that. He is dark. He knows that. Rajini sir, your style is still unbeatable, sir. Yes, appreciate something. Okay, talk about your own mistake before criticizing the other person. Sometimes when you will have to have your subordinates being appreciated and they fail sometimes. When they fail, don't go on condemning them, because when they have failed, they are already in an inferior complex. They are already burning from inside. I failed, I failed. With that, you don't go and put kerosene and say, why did you fail? Instead, you say, it is okay to fail. If your son, tell him, my dear son, it is okay to fail. What is not okay is, after you have failed, you should not give up, you should bounce back. Everybody has failed. Thomas Alva Edison has failed, Modi ji has failed, Draupadi Murmu has failed. Everybody has failed, and today, because of some of the failures, they are where they are. Amitabh Bachchan was first rejected in All India Radio because they felt his voice is not actually powerful. And today, when Amitabh Bachchan comes and says, "Kaun banega crorepati," we always feel like looking at him and we are falling in love with the voice. So it's okay. Abdul Kalam failed actually clearing a pilot interview to get into a pilot training. Yes, failure is important. With today's intelligence, my dear friend, you may not know what made you fail. Maybe God wanted you to bounce back big. Look for direction, look for signs. Don't get depressed. So, talk about your own mistake. You give such examples. I gave 2-3 examples. If you also can give your own examples or others' examples who have failed and who have made it big, you can always make them. Let the other person save his face. Don't criticize in front of everybody. Don't keep on abusing. Every time you go to the meeting, this boss of mine will never forget taking me as an example and criticizing and say, do not execute your marketing like him. He has always been the lowest in reaching the target. No, don't do that. Allow him to save his face. Don't use him as an example. Use anything else as an example. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Allow him to live up to the reputation. Always remember, every creation is God's creation. When your son, irrespective of he is a slow learner, if somebody abuses him, will you tolerate? No. You feel like punishing him. God's creation is everything. He is the father of every creation. When you criticize his creation, do you think he will like it? Definitely he will not like it. Don't criticize anybody, irrespective of whatever their capabilities is. Allow them to save their face. Be empathetic. He is not able to perform. Shift him to another place where he can perform. You can't bring Tendulkar and say, you prepare ragi mudde and show it to me. Ragi ball and show it to me. Make one chicken kebab and show it to me. No, not possible. MS Subbulakshmi you cannot bring and say you play cricket like the Tendulkar. Not possible. God has given skill sets, and all of us are unique, all of us are divine, all of us are masterpiece, all of us are that masterpiece. So respect them and have that coordination. Fill your mind with thoughts of peace, courage, healthy and happiness when you feel you're down. Never try to get even with enemies. Don't. The best way to get out of any kind of a competition is to just simply show results. Abusing the person, what will you get? As a batsman, people throw tantrums on you just to discourage you, just to put stress on you. You get into an abusive mode, you will become stressful. Next ball, you will not face with confidence. The loudest way to tell the world shut up is show results. Don't get into an argument. Don't get even with enemies. You perform, you become great and show the enemies how strong you are. Okay, rest before you get tired. Do not over tired your body or mind. Sometimes take rest and jump back full. That you should also do. Do not consistently keep working. Come out of that working space. Sit in peace for half an hour. Sit in meditation for half an hour. Sit in calmness for half an hour and then jump back. Create happiness for others. We have already seen. This is it for today. So this is one of the good book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You can always go through. This is Dale Carnegie's book available. His book reading is also available in YouTube. Sometime whenever you're bored, you just keep listening. If you have any questions, I'll take up, or else we are winding up to today's class. Any questions, guys? Okay. Okay, a big round of